Punk Revolution now. Today I'm finally going to be reviewing Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is a freaking anime. I mean, I'll be honest, I've watched a few anime, and I'm not like a huge anime guy, but I've watched some, and people were messaging me, friends and fans of the YouTube channel, and people on Twitter with Neon Genesis Evangelion profile pictures, tweeting at me, asking me to watch this and review it, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm glad to. It's it's only one season long. It's supposedly one of the best animes of all time. I see a lot of references to it. Might as well get my head wrapped around in it. So I figured, okay, I'll just watch it at the end of the day before going to bed. Just casually, a nice way to unwind. That was very wrong of me. You do not casually watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, even though it's only, what is it, like 26 episodes? Even though it's, seems like a very straightforward, simple anime with kids and robots fighting aliens. Sounds very straightforward, doesn't it? As you watch this anime, you will understand this is not an easy anime to watch. And I mean that in multiple layers. On the one hand, I would say it is... There's a lot of layers to this. You're watching the anime, you watch the first 5, 6, 7 episodes, and you're like, okay, I get the gist of this anime. It's, you put the kids in the robot machines and they fight aliens. Straightforward action plot, cool cyberpunk thing, whatever, that's cool. But, I know some friends who started watching this anime and they stopped. They couldn't finish it because they weren't really, it's like you gotta keep grinding through the show to get to the magic that's gonna fuck you up. So it's maybe a little bit of a slow start to the show, with a pretty straightforward plot that if you're like an intellectual, maybe you're like, what's the point of this? But you'll see. They're going to be dropping little hints. And things are just going to, it's like, what happened is like, the creators of Neon Genesis Evangelion ask themselves, if you have kids who you put in a robot suit, a big-ass robot suit to fight aliens, what is going to happen? The kids that you're putting in the suits to fight the aliens are going to go through extreme psychological distress. They're going to be putting their lives at risk every single fucking day they're fighting these aliens. There's going to be conflict between the kids who are fighting the aliens. There's going to be conflict between the kids and the political institution that's making them fight the aliens, and the pressure of needing to save the planet all the time is going to fucking weigh on you heavily. Like, this show transforms from a cyberpunk action to like a psychological drama. At first when I was watching these episodes, I was like, let's get to the next episode. I want to see the next alien fight. This is epic, and this is kind of cool. There's some stuff going on I don't really understand, but hopefully I'm going to keep going and learn more. By like the last 6 episodes, I was like, I'm legitimately scared to watch the next episode, because the suffering and the pain of the children, you feel that. That's like, what? For a show about kids fighting aliens, and then they flip the whole show on the head. And so you got that going on, which is really heavy. And then beneath all of that, there's just so many questions that you were trying to figure out. I wanted to take notes while watching this show, because there's a lot of things that are going on that are not very clear, about the political institution that the kids are working for, and what are the incentives here? Why do they need these kids? What are the fucking robots they're fighting in? What's going on with the politics of this military thing? They need funding or whatever. I mean, it's just, I don't want to spoil anything, but you start peeling back the onion, and that's also that's a heavy thing too. So it's like I was saying, you can't watch this passively, because it's you gotta put the work in. You're gonna be having a lot of information thrown at you. It's gonna be a show that builds up and punishes you. But oh my fucking goodness, you're watching this show for a good reason. This show is getting a lot of love for a good reason. It's not all suffering and homework. I finished this series several weeks ago, and I've still I think about each of the characters. And I mean, I know this is gonna sound so nerdy, but I think about the characters, and I think about how defined each character is, with such an intense personality, and I can relate to all of them, and I feel for all of them. I was moved by it, and then I don't want to spoil anything else, but the last few episodes, as things kind of unravel a little bit more, I won't say too much, but I will say that was kind of mind-blowing in a similar way that a mushrooms trip would be mind-blowing. I don't want to say anything else, don't want to spoil, but you can see there's just lots and lots and lots and lots of layers of complexity, of depth. So, you put all this together. I love cyberpunk. I love dystopian, sci-fi, anime, movies, everything. I love drama. I love psychological drama. I love surrealistic, mindfuck, shit like that, which this show has a lot of. I mean, and the fact that I'm so emotionally impacted by it, I should have listened to you. People were telling me, if you watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, you're not going to be the same person. I should have listened to you, and now it's hit me. So I'm giving this a 10. Obviously, it's a 10. So, who's your favorite robot hero? Asuka? Rei? Miss Misato? That's all I have to say, folks. Punk Revolution, now.